Yo, what's going on, guys? It's your boy Miles Morales. Now, as you saw in the titles, Miles Morales is answering your questions. Now, this was in the first Q&A, which I uploaded all the way back in April on my 100 subscriber day. One of the most happiest days of my life. But yeah, y'all gonna be answering those questions. So yeah, let's get it on. It's my first Q&A. But I know you guys asked some more questions. That's gonna be part 2 of this one. So yeah, let me start the soundtrack. Y'all will recognize the soundtrack. Okay, so let's get it on. First question. Evention. How much do you like the Amazing Spider-Man 2 game so far? Well, sorry if I look over here. Here's my questions. But, yeah. Well, I beat the game, because that question, all these questions were asked like 3 months ago. So, I beat the game, and I give the game about a solid 6. Because it wasn't, it had a potential to be a lot better. Like the civilians, like the graphics on the civilians, so terrible. Like, I mean, it's 2014 and game graphics like Mortal Kombat games and all this junk is coming out. Well, not junk, but all this stuff is coming out. So we should have good quality, but I guess Beanox ain't trying to have that now, aren't they? Okay, alright. Moving on. Webhead15 asks, how would you feel if the Avengers, Spidey, and Wolverine teaming up in the Avengers 3? Now, to answer your question, I would feel very excited, but a little uneasy. Because for a movie like that, a film that great, with that much excitement and that much, potential, we're going to need some good writers, some good directors, some good screenplay. We need good actors. So we're going to need some good directors like Joss Whedon, Christopher Nolan. Even though he's more of a DC dude, he could scoot over to Marvel and help out with this film. It'd be cool. So, yeah. I feel a little uneasy. I was like, because they can either get it really good or really bad. So, I'd be excited, though. Alright, the Evan J Show, one of my longest term subscribers, the Evan J Show said, who would you like better, Electro or the Lizard? Electro. All the way. Because Electro, in a generation like this, when we depend so much on our iPads, our cameras, our technology, and all that needs electricity and energy to run. So, like, with the bad guy comes with the potential to take that all that away. That's a real threatening bad dude. So, instead of some big old lizard trying to turn everybody else into a lizard, so Electro all the way. I've had dreams about being Electro. I just got my lemonade. Okay. Epicness51, moving on. Thanks for asking, Evan J. Epicness51, do you like Peter Parker of Miles Morales better as a character? Now, when I first saw that, like, my heart skipped a beat. Because this is a question that I can almost not answer. Because, Peter Parker, we all grew up on Peter Parker, we all loved him. But this new Miles Morales character, he's really good. Hence my YouTube name, Miles Morales. So, right now, even though I grew up on Peter Parker, this Miles Morales looks like he could go on forever. So, right now, who I like better as a character, I like them both equally. But, in a few years, I might say Miles Morales or Peter Parker in a few years. So, great question, Epicness. Yeah, I can almost not answer that. Moving on. Epicness51. Giovanni Mong / Webhead15. Let's change this music. What else we got? That one's a little creepy. Sorry. One second. Okay, sorry for the little break. Let's keep it moving. Steven Ewan said, Q&A, what do you think of Carnage in TASM 2 video game Do you think it makes sense that Venom was not first? If so, what do you think of the game? And what system are you getting it for? And why? What I think of Carnage is, could have been a lot better. Even though he has one mission, you meet him in one mission and you beat him in one mission. I didn't like that, but it doesn't make, to answer the second part, it doesn't make sense that Venom didn't appear in the Amazing Spider-Man 2 game, because in the comics, Carnage was an offspring of Venom. So for it to be like that is kind of confusing, but Beanox made it work. You know, he's kind of like Cletus Cassidy. He's on the Ravencroft, and they come up with the Carnage thing. I don't know, science or whatever. And what system am I getting it for, and why? I'm getting it for the PS3, and why? Because I have a PS3. It's that simple. Okay, moving on. SpideyFan51 asked a lot of questions. Thank you, man. Okay, alright. What is your favorite Spider-Man movie? SpideyFan51 asked that. So, to answer your question, The Amazing Spider-Man 2. Yeah. So, yeah. No, without a doubt, The Amazing Spider-Man 2 is my favorite. There's a difference between it being the best and it being a personal favorite. My personal favorite is The Amazing Spider-Man 2. Who's your... Alright, moving on. Thanks for asking. Steve C asks, who's your favorite DC character? If Batman, who do you like second? Stevie C, that's a really good question. So you're... of course, my favorite would be Batman. So, my second favorite DC character, surprisingly, wouldn't be Superman. Because he's just overpowered, like, invincible. Like, that means, like, you'll have to come up with weird villains with quirky origins to somehow make them stronger than Superman, which becomes very uninteresting at a point. Because somehow, the villain is somehow gonna be stronger than Superman. I'm talking about Doomsday. So, and like people like Lex Luthor, who can like, he's just, I don't even know. So moving on. Thanks for asking. Oh, to answer your question, my second would probably be Robin. I really love the Robin character. Especially like Dick Grayson, him, I like Nightwing, I like the Robin side. I like all of them. I don't like the shorty shorts though. I'm not feeling that. So, moving on. Brody Love asks, how old are you? Moving on. Juan Azam says, where do you live? What's your cousin name? And where does your cousin live? Bro, why y'all trying to learn about my personal life? This is a Spidey channel. Come on, guys. Let's go. Alright, moving on. I ain't answering those. SpideyFan51, when is the Q&A video coming? You're watching that now. Moving on. SpideyFan51, what's your favorite superhero movie? And who is your favorite superhero besides Spider-Man? My favorite superhero movie would probably be The Amazing Spider-Man 2. Yeah, this is a personal favorite. I'm not saying it's the best movie out there. I'm just saying that, I really loved it myself. And, your favorite superhero besides Spider-Man? Sorry. I just felt a cough coming, but there it is. So, my favorite superheroes would probably go in this order. My top three. My first one would be Spider-Man, of course, hence the wall. Two would be, what was his name? Batman, right? And then my three would be Iron Man. Alright, it was Spider-Man, Iron Man, then Batman. But then I watched The Dark Knight Rises for the first time. Then I was feeling Batman. Then I was like, maybe Iron Man can make a comeback in Iron Man 3 and move to my second spot. But we already know that was a disaster. So, yeah, those are my favorites. Moving on. SpideyFan51, once again. Will you make Spidey collections? I mean, look at my wall. Just look at the big tub of comics over there. I'm not going to show it to you guys, but I got one right there. SpideyFan51 asks, why did you start your YouTube channel? Well, I started my YouTube channel out of inspiration. Like, I was inspired. When one of my big inspirations would probably is Venom 2 Million. I was gonna, like, just to copy off him a little, I was gonna call myself Carnage 3 Million, but that wouldn't, I mean, that ain't happening. Yeah, I tried though, I tried, but yeah, thanks for asking, dude. So why? It's because I thought it was a lot of fun. I saw these news giving channels on like Spider-Man movies, and I was like, I should get in all that. You know, I watched YouTube a lot back then. I still watch a lot, but I'm still, like, you know, not as clingy to it. So yeah, I really wanted to be a part of YouTube instead of just that dude in the background watching it. I want to be in the action. You know what I'm saying? Okay, moving on. Inducer gave me a tip on Q&As. Okay, and the last question would be, what is your favorite Spider-Man game? My favorite Spider-Man game would probably be Spider-Man Shattered Dimensions. I really like that game. That game, even though there was no free roam of any sort, I really enjoyed it, especially Noir Spider-Man. Like 1930 Spider-Man, I loved playing this mission. The stealth takedowns, I loved that. And another question from Mducer, what is your favorite Spider-Man game and what is your favorite channel? My favorite Spider-Man game, I just answered that. And second, what is your favorite channel? My favorite channel would be probably 7 Webheads. Whenever one of his videos pops into my feed, I kind of get like a little excited, like yay! But so yeah, that's the end for this video. Thank you all for watching. Part 2 coming out. So yeah, thank you all for watching, and see you later.